Hi, it's Anna here from Little Wing Sleep, and today we are talking about bouncing back from daylight savings. I know you can feel like a bit of like that pang of anxiousness when you're transitioning during daylight savings and it's not going as smoothly as you liked. Every baby is different, and so sometimes these big changes, for some babies, they can speed through the process, and others we need to slow it on down. And so because every baby is different, especially with full back, they can get really overtired because we're bouncing back an hour. So we have to extend them. We're overextending rather than underextending. Putting them down earlier is really much easier than putting them down much later. Now, we've done this kind of shuffle in our previous video. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out. It's how to make sure that you are adjusting for daylight savings and fall. We do a gradual process, moving and shifting things every 2 days. What I want to chat through today is what happens if it doesn't go as smoothly as you liked. Now, here are the big things that can cause some road bumps. Firstly, overtiredness. Change of schedule is often a big trigger for overtiredness for a baby. Overtiredness can look like 20 to 30-minute naps, a harder time going down at bedtime, very short but frequent night wakings, crying out in their sleep, struggling to get to sleep. All of those things can be overtiredness. As well as during their awake window, they can become more agitated, their coordination isn't as good, they can be more clingy and not as confident with you just kind of sitting there and doing child-led play. They're going to be more climbing on you and not very happy about things. That's because when they're overtired, they have cortisol in their body. And so self-regulating or self-directing play is much harder, and they're going to need you a lot. And that's okay. That's our role as parents, is to be there with them and to support them. It also means that we need to be extra aware of what they're doing with their sleep. Overtired babies generally will need a shorter awake window. So don't be afraid to put your baby down early for a nap. And even if it's like you'd rather go for a car ride or a stroller ride, having healthy sleep isn't about being chained to the crib. It's not about always being at home. It's actually about having the flexibility and freedom to do other things, like having a nap in the carrier, or going on a hike and knowing that baby's going to fall asleep, or going in the stroller or the car. So sometimes it can be easier to get that sleep in with some motion or some cuddles. So let's have a cuddle nap. Let's just help them to get to sleep so we get a good solid nap in. Then let's pull bedtime earlier so that we're not overtired and we're restoring some extra sleep at night. You'll need to decrease any stimulation that we're finding during the day. So this is not the time where we're going to be like staying up late and going to a family wedding. This is the time where we're going to go, okay, we're going to have more time at home. We're going to prioritize sleep rather than prioritizing what's on the calendar. Another reason that things can kind of go a little bit wonky with a baby after daylight savings is if they're really struggling with sleep skill. If they're not feeling confident in how they get to sleep, when that timing, that sleep pressure, that drive changes because of a timing change, it can actually reveal some kind of cracks in how they feel like, oh, do I feel safe and confident in going to sleep here? Not so much. So we need to look at, is baby feeling safe and confident in falling asleep on their own completely? If yes, then that's great. Let's stay consistent. If baby is waking up and they need you to do something in order for them to go back to sleep, then it really comes down to one of those core sleep skill issues. And we can have healthy night feeds and have healthy sleep. So this is a time to dive into nurturing newborns or sleep baby. Another reason that you might be really struggling with the transition with daylight savings really could come down to that first nap. If you don't shift that first nap with the rest of the schedule and you kind of leave that where it was, then what can happen is we can create the baby's body can create a full awake time before that first nap into the early morning, landing us with lots of early mornings. However, early mornings are more likely to be made from overtiredness. So let's start there. If you still have trouble in a couple of weeks and you find that things are still really wonky, reach on out to us. We're here to help you. Make sure you subscribe so you get your baby sleep tip every day to help you through all of the highs and lows of parenthood. See you later. Hey there, Mama. Are you feeling exhausted, frustrated, and just a little defeated? I hear you, and I've been there, and thankfully, I can help. Let's teach your baby to sleep. I'm talking 10 to 12 hours of sleep each night. Little Wink's Sleep Baby program uses a science-based, gentle, parent-present approach that fosters healthy attachment while teaching independent sleep skills. We don't believe in letting your baby cry it out. This program includes everything you need, such as our insider strategies, both on night sleep and naps, as well as extras like our monthly live Q&A.